welcome back. As you can see, I'm not alone today. We have a very special guest with a very special story.
Hey everyone, I'm M. Seikkonen, and I am not Finnish. You might be able to tell by my accent, but I do have a Finnish name because I changed it here in Finland.
That's the story. We met on Facebook after I shared my story about how I got my job in Finland. She commented under the video saying that, oh, hey, by the way, I changed my name to a Finnish one to get a job in Finland. Would you like to make a video about it? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. So I also asked you guys if you have any questions for M, and we're gonna go through all those and just basically all the procedures.
I'll answer your questions.
Yeah. So first of all, how did you decide, like, where did the idea come from?
I have actually lived in a couple of countries and gone through job searches there before coming to Finland. I have a lot of international experience. I'm an English speaker. I write brand and marketing copy. So I should be the ideal foreign candidate here. There have been Finnish people tell me I am not a foreigner because I am from the US actually. I was having a really hard time with the job search here, like harder than I'd had anywhere else. I was at a job fair, I think in Lukan, in Kamppi, and a friend of mine who I knew from a friend who is in Turkey still, so we had both lived in Turkey before. She had mentioned off the cuff just that somebody had changed his name here. And I was like, that got like the wheels spinning. I had also, my cousins in the US was not very happy that I was in Finland, and he had told me to change my last name as part of like a tantrum in a personal family Facebook message. And I was just like, kind of like, get out of here, like, you know, screw you. But then when I heard this and I like read more about the very strong preference for Finnish names, I was like, I can change my name, and that will really, really help with my job search here in Finland. I really wanted to have a name that would just get my CV noticed.
Yeah, actually, how long before changing your name you looked for a job?
11 months here in Finland. I changed my name to Emilia Rosa Seikkonen, a super Finnish name, but I made up my last name.
That's also clever. So what does it mean now?
Well, seikka means fact, point, or circumstance, and seikkailu means adventure. So I mean, I did kind of end up in Finland after the end of this kind of really crazy adventure. I took a lot of care in choosing my new name because I wanted it to really blend in. So it ends in nen. It's not exotic. Yeah, it does sound exotic. There aren't very many Finnish Americans in my hometown, so it does sound very exotic to my family and friends, and it's like, no, it's like the
How do they react?
They were kind of like, what? Because the 11 months were from like February through January. So when I really started making connections was at Slush last year. Okay. Back when we had public events like Slush. Slush is great.
Yeah, Slush is great.
So that was like a huge networking opportunity, and I met so many awesome people, and I got to volunteer with the Shortcut, which is really trying to help foreigners in Finland find jobs, but it's an uphill battle because it doesn't matter what the Shortcut does if you don't get like recruiters interviewing people who do not have Finnish names. I had the same number of interviews in the 11 months before as I did in the month after. So the rate of interview, because I tracked it in a spreadsheet.
That's insane. That's insane.
So it went from like a 17% like reply rate with here is an interview to about like 35%.
So it does really affect.
It does. And I was absolutely shocked by that level of difference in having a Finnish name.
But it's also so funny because it's only a couple of letters. It was Emily and now it's Emilia. It was Rose and now it's Rosa. Like, it's so similar.
I know.
The surname you might have gotten from your husband if you were married. So it's,
and people usually assume that. I don't usually tell the people who are interviewing me or asking me, they ask me like what brought me to Finland.
How was the procedure? Like, did you need like court order or lawyer? Because I was watching some videos from USA.
So you do need a court order to change your name in the state of New York for any reason.
But in Finland?
No, you fill out a form.
Is it like an online form, or do you need to be somewhere physically?
It's an online form. It's like a PDF.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, easy. It's a PDF. You can sign it yourself. You just send it in. The one thing I thought was super strange in Finland is that if you're married, you do need your spouse to sign it too. That's crazy.
Did you change your social media account names after you change your name, or on official documents? Did you change your name in US?
Yes. So even though in the state of New York you do need a court order to change your name, I thought that I would have to do it through my state, but I don't live in my state. In Finland, you don't change your name through a court order. So changing my name in Finland with my official documents, let's see, I needed a new henkilökortti.
Yeah.
I needed a new card from Migri. That one was a pain. I needed a new passport,
Maybe
US
card?
passport. Kela was easy. They just sent that. It was free, like the first time.
That's cool.
So, yeah, I needed a new ajokortti, the driver's license. So I got all of those, like ajokortti, I think was 20 euro. It was the regular replacement fee. Henkilökortti was maybe like 94 to 100 euro.
Yeah.
New card from Migri, I think was like either 80 or 100 euro. So,
what about the real fee to change your name actually? Did you pay
that
for
was,
it?
Yeah, that was about, I don't remember. It wasn't that much. It was less than 200 euro, I think. Set aside 500 euro just for your Finnish documents in case anything gets messed up if you want to change your name in Finland.
Yeah.
It's really easy, but it's not a court process. It's just an administrative process. The same amount of paperwork as getting married in Finland.
Okay,
Not
good to know.
But
don't get married, just change your name.
Don't do that.
It's
just
easy.
do this.
By the way, how did it go? Like, once you change your name and got an invitation to an interview, you went to the interview.
I just kind of told them, I had a name change pending. So here it is now.
Is there any reason that you didn't choose any specific Finnish characters in your new name?
Yes. So I do not have any diacritics in my name. I don't have a, I don't have I don't have Swedish o.
How many months did it take?
So I sent the paperwork in mid-October. A couple of times a year. It can take anywhere from 2 to 6 months because there's always an estimate.
That's still so fast.
In Finland, the DVV piece to fee.
So population registration system something.
The new Maestrati online digital system, for those of us who have been here in Finland a while, they changed the name, but like they have all of the names listed out and subject to approval. They have, so anybody can contest a name. Okay. But once the name is changed, that's more final. There were some that were not Finnish. They were like English words put together into one name.
Maybe because it's easy to change the name.
Or maybe a couple wants to make their own family name, so they take the letters from their previous last names and mix them together and try to find a word. But if you can't find a Finnish word, that is super cute. Too cute for me. But if you want to share the same name as your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife or partner of any gender, I think having that is a really kind of poetic idea.
True.
I had a couple of friends actually, who had offered to let me use their names, and one of them even had the same last initial I do, and she doesn't have any diacritics in her name either. So I thought about taking hers, or a different name, because you do need to have like a Finn sign off on using their name if you are going to use a name that already exists. I ended up just deciding to go with my own. Because it was easier to do it that way. I also then had to change my US documents. It wasn't just a process in Turkey. I had to go to my embassy.
Not Turkey, in Finland.
In Finland, yeah. I had to go to my embassy to set up an appointment, show that I had changed my name here, bring the document from the there's like a name change bureau.
So just Google for the new information, because some things might have changed.
In the US, like your home county does the name change first, then through that court system, then you change your birth certificate at the state level, then federally you get your passport from the State Department, you update your information with the Social Security Administration. US bureaucracy is a mess. It was only easier than Turkish because I speak English and not Turkish.
But now the process is a bit different for you because you live in Finland, so they have to change.
So they start at the top then. So if you live abroad, your first point of contact with a US bureaucratic system is the State Department. You have to update your passport. Legally, they cannot deny you a passport. Some countries will make this a little bit harder to change your name, and you will still have the same name in your old country, but you will have to be like alias or also known as maybe on your documents. I don't know how that works. I'm not a legal expert. I really only know about the state of New York, some stuff about the US federally, and then here in Finland because I've been through this process. Nobody should have to change their name to get a job in Finland. If you work in HR, call people, read their CVs, even if they are not
just looking at their
Finnish
profession.
Names.
And
I know everybody in Finland hates phone calls. You should use an email usually, but they can't hear me in an email.
True.
They can't hear you. So there were like HR professionals who were like, "Oh, we're glad you called." Like where's your surname from? And that's illegal to ask a job seeker.
It is actually.
It's really important to know your rights if you are a job seeker in a foreign country, if you are just in your own home country. Know your rights.
But then again, even if you know your rights, it doesn't matter because it doesn't grant you a job in Finland.
That's true. That's true.
Unfortunately.
That's true. And so the job I have in Finland, I was hired as a communications director for a software company that does a lot of ed tech products.
Happy ending.
Happy ending, yes. So my firm is pretty interesting. It's called 3D Group.
Okay.
3D Piece to Fee. And there are a lot of different really super cool software products, interesting creative projects, and some like physical products too. So the project I'm currently working on is pretty cool. It's called inni.com, and it's fingernail stickers to that can be customized however you want.
You can basically just choose a picture.
And
they would make a nail sticker out of it.
And
that's
like
cool.
for B2B, it's great because you can brand things on your fingernails. I have a Toy Binimi to consult as a creative copywriter and content writer. So seikkanen.com. But I have I have a set of them coming that have my logo on them because
that's really cool.
I can put my logo on my fingernails and people are like, "Oh, what's that?" And I can go, "Well,
we are gonna share all the links down below. You can check it out and decide if you want one for yourself. Like the company names, your own company name, as well as the firms that we mentioned, like Shortcuts or Slush is like one of the biggest festivals, which I also work in.
And Lukan. We mentioned Lukan too, which is helpful. It's not Oh, it's
Is it the Swedish one? Yeah,
it's the Swedish one. It's in Comfy. They have job fairs.
Yeah.
The International Working Women of Finland Facebook
That's
group
where
is
we
one
have
of the
met.
places we
Yes,
met. Yeah,
exactly. Like so many helpful women out there, supportive women. So if you're looking for a job in Finland, or if you're just trying to adaptate here, you came from outside, it is a place to be, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to tell to someone who decided to go through this process?
I would say maybe be really sure you know all of the laws of your home country and how it works differently if you are abroad.
Yeah.
Because a previous job had taught me a lot about helping protect the rights of transgender people.
Okay.
So I knew how it worked in my state. I did not know how it worked to change my name in Finland via a bureaucratic paperwork process and not the court system. I did not know that I would have to email proof of this to Norway, the Social Security Bureau in Norway. And actually, if it hadn't been COVID times, I would have had to travel to Oslo to do that.
You mean to change your name in Finland?
To change my name in the US.
Oh, okay.
Because it's
That's
on my
so
passport.
absurd.
It's on my passport, but it wasn't changed at the federal level. That's what I mean about bureaucracy working so well here. Like, I had to fill out a paper form to get a new US Social Security card, and that paper form is like 1 page long, but includes 4 pages of instructions thanks to the US Paperwork Reduction Act.
So this is only for US and only for New York. So you have to search, make your own research about your own country.
But as a New Yorker, I do not go through the same process that a New Yorker would. So if you are from the US to do this in Finland, it's a bureaucratic process. Once it's changed and you have proof of that, you update your passport and they have to grant that immediately. You need your passport to get a new card from Migri. You also need your passport to get a new henkilökortti, which you also need.
So everything is connected.
Card from Migri. So there's like an order that you have to go in, and it can be frustrating. You know, you're gonna take a queue number at Migri. You're going to take a queue number at the police station. You need your US passport to do this. You need proof. You need to have the documentation that everything's been done in order. For the US Social Security Administration abroad, they have a Nordic outpost in Oslo. I don't know about any other places where they do I think it's FSU, FBU, I don't know. But they do not have that in all of the countries. There are US embassies in a lot of places, but maybe there's not even your embassy in Finland. Then it would be a pain to travel to an embassy, maybe in Germany or France, to have to do it that way, especially if you are from a country where you may face further racial discrimination in Europe. Like, you have to really understand the process, make sure that your country is going to recognize it.
Don't make a decision that you are going to regret afterwards.
Don't make a decision that you are going to regret afterwards. I do not regret this decision. I haven't really spoken that much about this, especially publicly, ever.
Thank you for coming here to share your story.
But I wanted to put that story out there. And most of my reason for doing this is because there is absolutely no reason that somebody should have to feel like they will have an easier time finding a job if they change their name. I don't think that is a compelling reason to change your name alone. I think there are better ways to do this. Finland is not very good at really helping people integrate. Bureaucratically, it's a very easy process. But culturally,
Finland is a really small country, and people are lovely, but it's really difficult to get into the culture and adaptate here, because integration process is very hard, very painful.
And there is Finland is small, especially compared to a country the size of the US. I do not know how many times Finland fits into Turkey, but there is a website called MapFight that can answer that question for us.
Go check it.
But I do know that my state of New York fits into Finland like maybe a couple of times. I think Finland is about the size of the state of Montana. That's one state. Yeah. You can check it out on the map.
So it shouldn't be that hard to integrate here or get a job here.
Making sure that workplaces are really welcoming to foreign workers.
Yeah.
I think it really benefits like companies to have like a diversity of thought.
Exactly.
And that's where innovation comes from. Like here you don't even have brand so much because people buy what works and what other people told them works.
Traditional Finnish brands.
Yeah, there's this big push to bring more business into Finland, bring more money into Finland, but that's not going to happen.
Being more international to Finland as well. Yeah, exactly. You have to take care of the existing internationals in your country.
Yeah, there are tons of skilled workers, trailing spouses, doctors who are stay-at-home moms during a global health crisis.
That is actually true. And if you have any questions, actually, go write it down below so we try to answer it.
Yeah, we can do a follow-up video sometime
if you have any different experience about this process, you can also share it down below so people can see it. Maybe you are from someone else's country and you had the same process before. Yeah. So thank you very much for sharing your story.
Of course.
It's very inspiring, even though it shouldn't be necessary to get a job in Finland. I mean,
it should absolutely not. Yeah. It should not.
But it is a very bold decision. Not everyone can make it, so congratulations for that.
Yeah.
So guys, share the video. If you liked it, go give it a thumbs up, and I'm gonna see you next week. Moi moi till the next time.
Heippa!